What's up, world? We are back.
We back, baby.
What up?
Yes.
I see your whole voice.
Wow.
We are back looking like an inside out oops Oreo.
Damn.
You guys might have noticed we are missing one of our co-hosts, so big shout out to Miss Jessi.M.Gem. Get well.
Jessi.M.Gem.
Get well.
She called out.
I hope you're at home feeling all the misery I felt the week I couldn't come.
Looking at the screen.
I almost drove by, just to drive by, just so I could felt like I was here.
Waved your ass out the window.
One of those graduation drive-bys.
Yes, beep. Fuck the pandemic, man.
That's crazy.
Oh man, but we're back with another episode here to chop it up with y'all. Minus the pheromones, we do miss you, Jessi.M.Gem.
Yes. We're gonna miss your estrogen.
I'm sure when she comes back, she's gonna have a lot of energy. She's gonna be up here talking her shit like she usually is. But
she would have drank 2 cups of sea moss too.
With a shot of Casamigos.
Sea moss and Casamigos.
And an Herbalife nightcap shot, if it exists.
That's a good idea. You better copyright that shit.
Mm-hmm. Right? Patent that shit and sell it to Herbalife.
I honestly trade them for like 4 soccer jerseys. They can have it. Them soccer jerseys are fire.
You love soccer jerseys.
I do.
They are fly though.
That's what I'm saying. Not everybody wears soccer jerseys.
Yeah, I sponsored a team once.
Did you? Do you have a jersey?
I do.
What size is it?
It's too small for you. And me.
Too small for me.
Well, fuck your jersey and fuck those kids. I just fuck your jersey. I'm sorry. And I haven't even drank yet.
Yeah, he's on his first
He's
shot.
feeling like a bougie bitch. You know why?
You see this fucking...
He's drinking Fanta out of a fucking wine glass with his pinky out. Oh, you are
drinking Alizé. This nigga drinking Alizé. Don't let him fool you.
I'm gonna give you a manicured middle finger. How about that, motherfucker?
He said a manicured middle finger. You hear that? This is a bad bitch right now. This is a bad bitch right now.
Stop.
Fuck out of here. Self-love is in.
Yo,
Self-love is in.
I'm passing.
Taking care of yourself is in. Self-love is out. We're going up. The going up emoji, the one that
You're taking it. You are now the ambassador of the light skins.
You got that crown today.
I'm passing the crown to you.
You want to wear that crown today, Heavy?
Not the guy who did the mud mask is talking shit to me right now. No, not that guy.
You gotta preserve the chocolates. You know,
In
the video rolls right now.
It's about the chocolates.
Show the picture right now.
The chocolate.
I got that for you right there. Preserve my sexy, you know.
I heard you, baby.
Oh, you know,
I'm all for self-love. I'm not gonna hate on your self-love.
The blackheads and the
Ain't nobody gonna love you more than you love yourself.
I heard you, baby.
Nah, do whatever makes you feel good. You know, whatever you gotta do to.
You want to drink Fanta out of a wine glass?
Yeah, do that. Bad bitch. Not you, but the bad bitches at home.
See,
I said not you.
this is how fights happen over here.
Because I said I caught myself like, oh, this nigga, nah. But of course, while we're chopping it up, I gotta check in with my co-host to see how everybody's feeling and shit. Starting with Jeremiah.
Light skin ambassador.
Light skin ambassador.
He got diplomatic immunity.
What the fuck does that mean, anyways?
That means you can get away with doing all that sus shit.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
You do whatever you want. You're good.
I guess.
Niggas can question all they want, but it don't even matter. You're good.
What's good, man?
Yeah,
You asked me how my weekend was?
Your weekend, how you feeling? What's your
It was cool, man. I just got back from Florida.
How was that booty you ate? Because you trying to grow that beard? You heard?
Listen, my shit. How did we get from that to that?
Wow. I just remember that compensation niggas had last week.
Oh my god, that was something that was completely private.
I mean, so you eat ass, your beard grows, nigga. It's not ass, it's pussy. I don't know what girl food you into
It's
that.
not
my nigga.
me, bro. It's
Adelino. They got you.
It's Adelino and Dino.
You both.
Them dudes have beards this long and they're...
That's why Dino got that mustard colored beard. He just got straight.
Big shout out to them. As you can tell, I don't eat enough because obviously my beard's
saying
patchy as fuck.
Because they're lying. You're not supposed to eat the ass. You're supposed to eat the pussy.
That's disgusting. I can't.
Nah.
I'll throw
Eating the pussy's disgusting?
No, eating ass is disgusting.
Yeah.
I'll go downtown if the streets are clean.
Yeah, if she got good hygiene and she's bad, I might do it.
Yeah.
I have only done it.
Grass on the field, play ball.
She gotta be my shorty.
Play ball.
Niggas is nuts. Niggas is meeting chicks at the club and eating the ass in the car. No light, no nothing.
Niggas is meeting bitches at the 18 plus clubs and be like, too young as a man in China.
I can't.
I can't even.
Wow.
What in the world of ultra is going on?
What in the do you smoke is that? Do you smoke? Fucking smoke? No, I could buy you like 2 slices at the 7-Eleven. You're late.
Yo,
What you want a double go? I got you.
But yo, we can do this all day. But
We really can though.
Heavy, how was your week? Your weekend? Tell me how you're feeling. Where's your head at? You know,
My weekend was good.
Levels.
You was with us, right? We had the fire.
Yeah.
We celebrated Mama's birthday.
Hold on, we gotta
Was your
say
mom's
it.
birthday?
Shout out to Mama Rivera.
You're what up,
Happy
little lady?
birthday. 25 years young, you're.
Sweet 16, you heard?
She's younger than me.
We're giving you hugs.
Figure it out.
But yeah,
Love you.
Heavy's like literally
mama
like
is
10 years
such-
old up here with the full beard blown out.
I had a beard since I was 12, so I mean, I guess.
You know what? That's a fact. Because we went to high school together. I don't remember this nigga ever not having a beard.
Yo, Heavy used to have the super long hair too.
Had long hair in high school.
I remember that's when I first met Heavy. You used to have
Yeah, matter of fact, I had long hair
braids.
all the way until I was 25 years old, and then I cut it because I thought it was bad luck.
Why? Because you had nothing but bad luck up until 25?
All the way up until 25. I just lost my child,
Sheesh.
so I cut my hair. I was like, it needs to go with, you know.
I feel you.
He did the Britney Spears.
Yeah.
I didn't.
It's one of like when girls going through that traumatic shit in their life and they're just like, I'm getting a new haircut.
Yeah, I had to go. 25th birthday.
They
I had
have
to go.
hair down to their ass crack, you know. I'm getting this fucking.
Yeah, I had.
bob.
Listen, I had one of my exes do that, and I don't. That's not cool.
Me too, nigga. I had a chick
Ladies,
do
don't
that
do
too.
that shit. Don't do that shit. I think you should ask permission from your man. I don't care what the fuck I sound like. You should. I'm sorry. If you're gonna shave your head bald headed, you should ask permission. Not permission, but you should.
Ladies, hear this.
Yo, the reason I'm not co-signing that.
I'm sorry. I feel like you should consult your man.
Nah, the reason
Going on
I'm
a
not going to
slippery
co-sign that
Like,
is
I'm not gonna
'cause
be making an appointment for you and me at the barber shop, and you walking around like a dirty tennis
you're
ball.
stupid.
Like, I'm not.
My-
Tennis ball.
Yeah, I say that to say this. I'm not co-signing that because none of my shorties could come to my barber appointment and be like, nah, you're getting the square sideburns this week. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You need to get the rounded back and the neck.
Nah.
Not the square shape up.
Nah, you can't do that. I be like, you know,
Why you biting my
I
style
go to the
for?
shop with a plan and a mood. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, we're gonna preserve the beard. Nah, we're gonna keep growing. Nah, matter of fact, we're gonna do this. Nah, she can't. Nah. They didn't build a nigga over here, and I don't build a bitch neither.
Jessica can't stay out. She's just like, yo, I miss you guys.
Oh, we miss you too, man.
We miss you too.
Yep.
Pop a ibuprofen, take your Sudafed, all that shit.
Hope you feel
Boil
better.
your ginger and your lemon with the fucking
Yo,
onion.
I didn't have tea to make her today. She
That's what he
always.
said. He's like, who am I making tea for? I was like, for you, because you don't
Yo,
drink.
for all those who do not know, Mariah Carey, aka Jess, gets here and she
The
starts
light
giving
skinned girl that's usually like over here.
Yeah, she starts giving fucking demands and shit. She wants a fan that blows her hair, and her tea has to be hot with honey and almond milk.
You guys miss it because every time she walks in, Just Jay's like in front of her, just throwing rose petals and shit.
I can't.
That's my guy, Jason.
Yo, shout out to JC. Maybe one day, bro, she'll let you like shake her hand or something.
Oh, JC.
I'm surprised he didn't sniff the seat after she left that day.
I can't.
Not a Charlemagne.
Yeah, he definitely
I cannot.
Not a Charlemagne.
fucking sicko.
All right, but you know, it's getting late. We've been here for a little bit. We've been drinking, except for Jeremiah.
I don't drink.
You guys ready to start the show off again to a topic?
Yeah, Joe Biden.
Of course. Shouts to Big Dog Joe Biden.
Did you vote?
Camilla Harris. Of course I voted. I'm not
Yeah,
one of these
did you
people
vote?
that
Of course I voted.
go out there and do action. I'm about my action.
I'm an action guy.
Did you shame
action.
everyone else that didn't vote?
I did not because You know,
If you saw my status, you already know.
this is fucking America. You're free to choose.
This is America.
You're free to choose if you want to vote or not.
Don't get it twisted.
And unfortunately, even though we shame people for like, socially you should do better. Not be one of those people who complain and don't do nothing about nothing. But guess what? This is America. You can choose to be that person.
You childish kid.
I mean, you fucking suck. Morally, you suck. And you just suck at life. If you're one of those complaining people that don't do nothing, you know.
Don't do shit. Just ride the wave.
Just complain. Yeah, you fucking suck. But guess what? This is America, and they have the freedom to choose.
I feel pretty good about it because I had somebody that was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna obviously put anybody on blast because, like I said, everybody's opinion, especially political, that's your own opinion. I'm not here to like even say this to poke fun at anybody. But I'm here to just honestly say, I had somebody who was talking about, I seen on their Facebook status about, oh, I don't really like either candidate, so I'm not voting at all. So I commented on it, so I was like shaking my head. I was like, if that's how you feel, but I wouldn't say that it doesn't matter, but if that's what you want to do, it's cool. So then they hit me up directly, and we had a conversation, and by the end of the conversation, the person did say, you know what, I am going to go out and vote. Wow. And it wasn't even like the point that's what I was trying to do. I was just trying to make the point, like, I understand why you feel this way, but also you got to set an example for your kids, who's also a young minority. I'm sure they're going to see what's going on. It's not like they're that young. They're like old enough to understand what's going on with all this stuff in America right now. So like obviously want to set that precedent. Like, yo, if you want to go out and make change, you got to be active. You got to put your voice in. And that's what. And the thing was too is what I like. And this is something a lot of people. And I'm one of those people. Like I say all the time, I'm not the most politically educated up here, but I have a little bit of like a knowledge to go out and make clear decisions. But there are people out there who just think like, all right, presidential elections coming up, we're literally just voting for the president.
No.
And that's not all that's on the
Absolutely
ballot.
not.
There's a lot of shit that reflects what state you're in and what city
which is
you're
the most
in.
important.
From bills to your child's education to healthcare to all that.
To where your taxes are going to be
Exactly. So like, yeah, you might not agree with all right, president. And even I think I think on the ballot, I can't remember. Isn't there like even an undecided block for like presidency or something like that? You can like, well, there's a block where you can write somebody else in if they.
Right.
That's how Kanye got 6,000.
Yeah, and that's another thing. A lot of people think that literally it's just Democratic and Republican candidates. There's like 2 or 3 other like there's independent and there's like those 2 other.
Independent parties.
But there's like 3 main independent parties or something like that. But either way, like there's other candidates that may not get the light of like a lot of these other main candidates get, like Democratic and Republican, because they're the 2 main.
The broke niggas who didn't have the money to put up the signs.
Yeah, but there's definitely that block. Like I said, I broke it down to even like that. I was like, well, Kanye's not even on the ballot. For you to vote for Kanye, you literally had to write his name in. And he ended up getting like, what, 60,000 votes?
60,000.
He ended up 60,000 people wrote Kanye West's name in. Think about that.
I can't believe a grown person got in their car, drove to the ballot place.
I can't.
And wrote the nigga who makes Yeezys.
I can, after watching that Joe Rogan podcast, I can see why some people voted for him. I can't say it's a total wash. I wouldn't have gone out of my way to vote for him, but I can see why he may have influenced some people to vote for him, bro. You can't say like
officially run or anything though.
Right, but you can't see why people. Well, besides the Yeezy name, you can't.
Fuck it, put Inspector Gadget next year. Fuck it.
Well, in 4 years.
D1 2024.
Put Ash Ketchum. Fuck it, we like him too, right?
D1 2024.
So what do you guys? But aside from that, what do you guys think about Joe Biden though? What do you guys overall think about him?
He's alright.
What you think, Jay?
I did it for the VP. You know what I'm saying? Seeing a black vice president, and especially women, it really bring more like.
She kind of brings that balance. Like, yo, I want to do this. Well, no, you ain't, nigga.
I actually like her better.
She's gonna bring the balance, but
she has her flaws too.
For me,
don't we all?
I don't care much about like the presidency or the vice president, but for her, it's like being a woman. It's going to inspire like future generation for women to be able to have
absolutely.
She broke a lot of firsts.
A lot of barriers. Look, I say that to say this. Look, a lot of shit from all the candidates on both sides, a lot of things that came into light that were negative, and that's expected of the way daily politics, you know, that's the way it is. You know, early on in their career, they made choices and put a lot of legislation out there that, you know, affected people of color and minorities or whatever in a negative light. You know, I want to give them a chance to see, because they're talking that unity talk. They're talking about
big.
Which they do every
energy,
single year.
Unity energy and like
that's what I'm saying.
reparation type energy.
The last 4 years have been nothing but separation.
Right. I agree.
You know, you stand on that side of the room or stand over here, I don't fuck with you. And that's how it's been for the past 4 years, politically. You know, like, literally, like, I don't give a fuck if nobody says that. Alarming rates, more numbers, even more than when Obama was in office. People are, like, not being cool over politics. People are not fucking with each other over it. And I just want to give them a chance to see what they're going to do now that the torch is in their hands, the light's on them, it's their time.
Electively.
Yeah, I want to see if, you know, they're going to be on that, if that same rhetoric they're speaking now will translate, you know, into fruition, or is it going to be the same old, the richer get richer, the poor get poorer.
And honestly, even like I told somebody else, I was like, yo, honestly, when Trump was first elected president, like in his initially the first couple of months, I was like, you know what? I didn't want him to win, but, you know, let's give this dude a chance. God only knows. He might do something great. So I gave him the first year, and slowly but surely, he just kept repetitively showing his ass and it got worse and worse to the point I was just, like, disgusted. And that's when I got to the point I was like, yo, this dude can't be in office anymore.
You know what?
It wasn't even from him initially winning. It took over a period of time listening and watching him for to be like, yo, I can't, this guy, nah.
I'm going to tell you why the people liked him, though.
Oh, I can see why
the people liked him because he didn't sound like the traditional politician.
Oh, nah. He was coming out there like, I'm ready to whoop ass. Like,
he sounded very direct,
get down, lay down. This is what I want.
And that's what it was refreshing to people because everything before that had been
real complacent, real
very cookie cutter.
Yeah, and besides obviously Obama for
when
being
they heard Trump,
they
heard Trump, they heard someone different. You know what I'm saying? So it's very entertaining for people. So
I feel like, you know,
it was like the fucking circus.
But I feel like it's not even just that. Like, before we go that way, I want to say like this. I feel like between him, Obama, Bush, and Clinton, they all had their own individual, like, real distinct personalities. You know what I'm saying? So, like, but between them and then to get the Trump was like the dude, like, yo, like, nah, shut the fuck up. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, and some people are just like, oh, shit, like, he really said that? All right, fuck that. He's taking no one's bullshit. And they probably thought, like, he's about, like, not taking no one's bullshit, but was he really fit to lead the country at the end of the day?
No.
And was he really fit to lead the free people? No.
So, the point I wanted to make was he took the fucking professionalism and the poise and the leadership and the poker face as being, even Bush did a better job than him as far as being professional. Being the president of the greatest motherfucking country in the fucking world, in the planet. You're the fucking leader of the best country in the world, and this is the way you act. No, kid, you can't even be an athlete in the NFL and act the way Donald Trump acts.
Oh yeah, you would got hella fined. You would got suspended.
Like, literally, he took the fucking respect.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you guys this, right? What education do you even need to be a president?
I think you just need to graduate from high school.
So, based off what I researched, is you have to be 35 years old. You have to be a legal citizen.
Yes.
But I didn't really see too much about education, which kind of leads me to the next topic. Is education everything? Apparently not, right?
I mean, I guess we're going to switch gears. That's what we're going to talk about education. Yeah, because I know it's a good thing to leave the political talk where we're at, because, you know, we can go on for days.
Yeah, we can go on days. And
like I said, everybody has their own opinions on that, but
right.
I feel like this is a good topic to talk about. Is education everything? Because I will say, growing up, my parents would stress the fuck out of me getting good grades. Not even good grades. I can't even say good grades. Getting straight A's in middle school, elementary school, pre-K, high school. Like, how long you get a straight A in preschool? Like, all we do is snack and nap, like, in recess. But nah, like, my parents are the type, like, oh, last year you got an A in this class, and it's 2 years later, now you got like a C. Like, what's going on here, bro? Like, my parents did not play that shit with C's.
Well, I mean, I think
my dad barely played it with B's. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they were on that shit.
I think education is imperative.
Isn't your dad like an engineer?
I mean, he was like the engineer, like manager, like at a power plant. But his initial degree was like something. I know he was like. I know by the age of like 22, 23, he was like the manager of like one of the biggest banks at like the VP. Like he was high up there in the bank. He was like an accountant doing something with finance and shit. Like he was good with numbers.
That's good. That's a good position, man.
No, yeah, he was making bread out in Ghana.
I think education is great when it's a trade, when you're learning something. I think, like for me, like I would want to send my kids to a trade school. So in addition to all, the basics that they learn also a trade, electric, barbering. I don't know, something like that. And there's some schools that offer like a vocational type of program that have. You go through automotive, you go through cooking, all these different classes all at once. I remember doing that in one high school I went to before my ass was booted out. But I feel like education is key in the early years. I feel you look at the past, like even if you look at celebrities have made it big without even having to go on college or anything like that. I don't think. I'm sorry. I just think that college is a business. Like I feel like it's set up to put people in debt, and I know some people aren't going to agree with me, but I feel like if you're going to college, you need to know exactly what you're doing. You shouldn't be like jumping around to different subjects and top. You know what I mean?
Honestly,
I feel like
I agree with that because. When it came time for me, when I graduated from high school, I remember approaching my parents. My Africans will feel me on this because imagine me going to my African parents telling them like, yo, so I just graduated high school and I want to take a year off to kind of like figure myself out. They were not.
Why not though? I don't understand why not.
A year off? You mean a year off from life? Like you want to kill you?
Their thing was, and I get it because me then I was just like, oh, they're just like whatever, they're just hating, they're talking shit, whatever. But I get it because there are a lot of people who do take that year off who don't do anything with themselves and they don't end up even like trying to pursue anything, and they just don't go back. They don't go back to school. They don't go back to like they don't end up doing anything. I feel like
you need to take the time and figure out what it is that you want to do. You're fresh out of college. You're fresh out of high school. You barely know what it is that you want to do.
It wasn't like me. Like I had a director. Like, yo, this is what I do. I knew this is what I wanted to do. And it was like at that point, I was like, all right, well, I know I kind of want to go into business for myself. So I guess I'll go take business management, right. And I ended up pursuing that when I went through. So.
I mean, if you guys think about it, most schools do it is a business. I do agree with that point. Going to college is definitely a requirement nowadays because associate it's not even that big of a degree like
that's what I have right now.
You're not gonna get that much of a pay if you go to a 500 company. So that's why people are pursuing for bachelor and master.
Same thing. Because my mom's like the same type. Like she's like, yo, right now, why don't you go get your bachelor's? Because all I have is my associates.
Let me put things into perspective for you guys, right? So I had a job at the casino, and I was running a pretty significant department, and I would get these interns from Johnson & Wales, and these people, Johnson & Wales is expensive. It's not cheap. You're paying a good amount of money.
A great business school.
It's a big school. So I would get these interns that follow me around and want to figure out what it is that I'm doing and, learn my job because they want to be in my position. Yep. Meanwhile, all the time, I dropped out in 11th grade and never went to college.
But you got the experience, though.
Right. But that's my point, is that you can also take a different route. It may take you a little longer. Like, it took me a little longer.
I agree.
It did take me longer. But you know what? I did it. I had to work my way up the ranks, but I literally learned every single position there was in that field. Like, it wasn't like I got out of school, I just read books, took tests, and I got right into position. It wasn't like that. I had to work my way up, which was so different. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying, like, I don't think that college is the end all.
No, it's definitely not. Because, like, even what you're saying, like, I've been in positions where, like, early on, just being in jobs in my early, like, late teens, early 20s and shit, where I'm going to my job and, like, my manager is like fucking 5 years younger than me. I'm like, yo, I'm fucking 20 something reporting to this 18-year-old right now. Like, are you serious? I was like, I wish this nigga would tell me to do something right now.
Yeah, I hear that a lot. I used to hear that.
Choke the fire out this nigga. Like, I'm like, fuck that. I'm taking my break. I'm gonna smoke this blunt. Fuck out. I was like, yo, like, but it is what it is, because like you said, some of those kids they may not have been in school, but they've been working from a very young age, and they just know their shit, and they just have that history. Like, they have the work experience to back up the fact that they may not have gone to school, but the resume speaks for themselves. Like, oh, I worked for this company, I've done this. And sometimes some people will look at that and be like, yo, you used to do this over here. Like, how'd you get over? And it really depends, but we say that to say this. Yes, education, I feel like, at least for me, at least to a certain extent, I feel like if you at least need to get to like at least past like, you know, middle school, grade school, get some. If you don't finish high school because of whatever circumstances, if you don't feel that's for you, I'm not advocating dropping out, but everybody has their own choices. But if that's what you choose to do, I highly and strongly recommend you go back and get that GED, because even for a lot of jobs, even for the military, you need that.
GED is the bare minimum.
And not even just that, just because there's obviously fundamentals you learn when you're in like grade school and shit, but a lot of shit you learn in high school, like there are other like courses that you take besides your English and your math and your history. Like there's economics, there's physics, other shit I took economics in my high school, bro.
Hell no.
I never took that.
I also went to class school, so.
Oh yeah, well, that's
classical,
boy.
I was in the public school where you had to take a fucking test to go to public school.
But like, let's talk about those who went to Central.
I went to Tolman High School, and it wasn't much.
Central was that dark place that Mufasa was talking about in high school.
Oh my god!
Sucker around, y'all.
Yo, how was it get asked for that?
But that's how it was. Because I mean, if you went to classical, you went to Central, they was just talk about that quad out there. That was like the time when, you know, they would square up.
The best advice we could give to our audience is, like, even if you don't feel like school is for you, going to CCRI right now is so cheap.
Very cheap.
Community college. Where we at?
There is a seminar that helps you.
Community college will definitely.
There's a seminar that I took that it will show you what type of program you should be focusing on. And if you can figure out what you're passionate about, then they'll help you out in a cheap way where you do have the choice of transferring your credit to a four-year college like Rick or Johnson Whale, whatever it is, or graduate with an associate from CCRI with less money.
That's the same thing I did. I will say that too. I went to like an actual big university. Financially ran my pockets to the point where I had to stop going to school. So when I did go back, I ended up going to a community college. And since obviously I had taken most of my gen eds, I was able to bust that out quicker, cheaper, and transfer back to an actual school I wanted to go to, and then be there for like only like a year and a half. So it did, like, you know, I had my setbacks. It sucked, but then I got to like, you know, I had to take a couple of years off, recoup myself, and that's what I decided to do. I decided to go back to school because of what I wanted to do with, you know, my career-wise. There were certain things that I just wanted to have underneath my belt, and either way, it was either going to go to like a trade school for it or go to an accredited college that was like almost like a trade school for it. So that's what I did. So, and
going back to what you said about the immigrants' parents, their dream is that their kid do
their
something.
First one here.
Not even the first, like any of their kids is like try to do something better than they could.
They did, yeah.
Because like I think it was like,
because they look at it as like, yo, we had so many more resources.
Second year.
Yeah, we had so many. We had more resources that they didn't have at their fingertips that would make sure they're like be able to be successful.
Yes.
That they're like, yo,
they
like,
just want you to take advantage of it.
Yeah, you want to take advantage, but also like, yo, why the fuck, like, why aren't you doing this? Like, you have everything right here. Like, we had to go like 2 counties over to get to a library, or you know what I'm saying? Like, man,
jump
like
walls. I
had to share a desk with like 5 other kids.
I was so bad in high school.
I was terrible.
I was
telling Josh earlier, yo, in high school I was a terror. Like,
I was a terror kid.
We had a group where like, yo, you know, like the doors in the hallway, you have to like, obviously the whole full bar, you have to push it, and then when you walk through the door, it will like close slowly on some of the hydraulic shit. So apparently there was some shit like if you pulled that like joint that closes the door hard enough, it doesn't fully extend when you open the door. So someone will go to push the door, instead of it going like this, they'll push it and it'll like stop right here halfway. So they'll just be like, oh, they'll push it and be like, oh, no. She'll come back and smack them in the face. And we used to set all the doors up in the hallway by the lockers and
This guy was problem child.
Like, yeah, wait. Look at it.
That's good.
Yeah, we were assholes.
You know what we used to do? You remember and Heavy knows this. You remember the big fans that would be in the cafeteria? You know the big fans that be above the cafeteria table?
The drop ceilings.
Yo, we used to throw like sandwich meat in the and that shit would slap people in the face, bro.
I hate you. Wow.
I told them we used to do like Super Mario shit in high school. Like, so we used to like, obviously you guys have your high school and shit. Like our hallways, the ceilings weren't like super high. They were just high enough. So like we would be walking through the hallway and there were drop ceilings. So like we would jump up like Super Mario's and like punch the shit. So like as you walk, the shit would fall down on the next person. So all they just got all that powder and shit on the person behind you. Yeah, we were assholes.
You know, I was
beating all you smart kids up.
But see, we were like the smart, like cool assholes. That's why I was like, yeah, nigga, fuck that.
Heavy, you remember?
But there be geometry, figuring out them fucking right angles and shit. Like,
Heavy, you remember Miss Negron? Remember Miss Negron?
Wow.
Oh Lord.
Miss
yeah, we had a
Negron.
few hours in school too.
I had Miss. What was that health teacher's name? Was it Miss Default? The blonde.
Oh god.
She had long hair. I swear she was a freak. I swear she was banging some students.
Well, let's switch it up there.
We don't want to snitch on nobody.
No.
But yo, I know, like we said, you know, we were talking about, we started reminiscing about school and shit. But so yeah, like we said, education isn't the make all break all. Like if it doesn't happen, if you find yourself in a good situation that works out for you and it's something that you're passionate about and interested, follow it through, because you know experience does amount to a lot too. But obviously, I will say, in most situations, having that some type of education to back that up.
And it's never too late.
Never too late.
It's never too late to go back to school.
My mom went through school. She's like in her late 60s. I know she was in her school to like her late 40s, just going classes, taking breaks, working full time, and you know she's been an RN for the past like how many years now. So
you know what though, my thing is D1. I don't want to be a sucker sitting in a classroom paying for this shit that I already know. You get what I'm saying? I want to sit in a classroom
and that's the thing, like, and that's the thing, like how I said I went for management at first. I come to find out, like I was going for management, then I was getting jobs as an assistant manager and a manager. I was already learning in like the back ends of business. So I was like, yo, if I could just easily become a manager like this, like why am I really going to business management school? With, like,
I'm learning it on the job.
I'm learning it on the
while
job.
I'm getting paid.
So that made me
and
really,
you can avoid the fucking debt. Like that's my point.
So that's what really made me stop and think, like, you know what, if I'm gonna go to school, I'm gonna go for something that I'm passionate about, which made me lead to go to my school, and I ended up graduation with an associate's in science for audio production. So
that's
a trade though.
Yeah, I didn't get to give my input, but the way I feel about education is just in general, just know your lane.
Right.
Because like for instance, like right now the big thing is pushing everybody to be entrepreneurs and working for themselves. But niggas can't even balance their Cash App. So how are you supposed to be a boss?
Balance your Cash App.
Like bro, like you owe Apple Music for 3 months, but you're gonna run a fucking business. I'm just saying. Like,
I mean, yeah.
Oh my god.
Or you're lazy as fuck, but you want to be a boss, or
right, but you don't want to do boss shit.
Yeah, you want to do boss shit. Like people want to do these like extraordinary things, but don't have the fucking.
Nigga, that's not you.
They don't have the cloth that it takes to fucking
those are not
sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, everybody at this table worked all day today, and we're here doing what we love.
Yeah.
People don't have it in them to see, like, if being rich, being a boss, or anything good doesn't fall into their lap, they're probably never gonna come across it because they don't have the follow through. Whatever it is that you choose to do, whether it's school, business, being an entertainer, a promoter, anything, just follow through and just, you know, whatever your thing is, make it your thing and own that shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't pick it up for a week and put it back down. On to the next thing.
Before we move on,
we want to give you some inspiration. So we want to tell you, like, it's not over. If you decide to not go to school, there's plenty of successful people who never got to
Jay-Z.
There you go.
Whoopi Goldberg.
There you go.
Christina Applegate.
Bucks.
Quentin Tarantino.
Bucks on bucks.
They got money. Keanu Reeves, who's a great person.
Dope.
They all did not finish high school. So don't be discouraged. You can go back. You can get a college degree later if you decide to. But at the bare minimum, get your GED.
Yeah, I'd say that. And
Also, remember, you're not Jay-Z and you're not all the So
And it may not work out.
You got JC talent somewhere hidden in there somewhere, you know what I'm saying?
Not even like, I'm not saying like you're not Jay-Z like to hate, but just like be your fucking self. Be the first you. You know what I'm saying? Make it organic. Don't stop being a square trying to force yourself into a triangle hole, bro. That's not your lane. That's all.
Preach.
Facts on facts on facts.
I'm excited about this next topic, though.
What's up?
So do you want to introduce it?
No, it's heavy. Heavy needs to introduce this topic.
Oh, is this the scenario?
So
Cousins share everything.
Their cousins do share everything, apparently.
So what's the scenario?
You know, it's holiday season upon us. You know what I'm saying?
This is a scenario.
You fall up at your favorite auntie's house, and there's only 4 of yous.
Yep.
Ha ha ha.
Game. Okay.
See what I just did there? There's all 4 of yous. Because those are the fucking stupid regulations. Anyways.
Yeah, auntie's house. Go ahead.
Yeah, auntie's house.
Go ahead,
and
honey.
it's just you, your aunt, and you're waiting for your cousin in this date because that's all that it allows.
Yeah.
And your cousin comes in, and he comes in with your favorite shorty, the one that does the double guac 3000.
Oh my God.
You know your favorite shorty, the one that you call and you don't even take your pants off. You know what I'm saying? She's ready. She's on
to the side. Hold on. Currently?
Excuse me?
Currently? Still,
or even, you know, just
In the past.
In the past.
It has to be currently. It could be.
Okay.
It could be within the last year or two.
so that's the scenario.
That was your fling, and your cousin's like, yo, I met this girl.
So yeah, even if it could have been a year ago, 2 years ago, but like it was that shorty that you used to be like
spit on it, bitch.
Like you guys should do nasty shit together. Like she'd have your legs up in the air.
Okay,
I have your legs up in the air, not mine's. Get the fuck out of here. Nah, but I had her legs in the air. Shit. Nah, but yeah. It's the, it's your shorty that, or it's the shorty that you and your crew that ran through.
Oh my God. This is getting better and better.
This is happening in real life.
So obviously the scenario is you're at a party with a family member. It could be a cousin, brother, sister, whatever.
Auntie's house.
You know what I'm
Auntie's
saying?
house.
And your family member walks in with somebody that you used to fool around with. What do you do?
Hey, let them be happy.
You let them be happy and not say shit? Or do you at least be like, yo, pull that dude to the side, that chick to the side, whatever, All
right, so you go first, D1, and I'll go after you.
Yo, honestly, when you guys came up with this topic, I thought you guys were going to talk about like toys or clothes.
Nah, toys. Fuck
Well, yeah. I did say it was one of your old toys, but
yeah, it's one of your old toys.
It was a toy.
One of your cousins finds your old toys at the bottom of the fucking toy chest, pulls it out, starts playing with it, and you're like, yo, dude,
and he loves it.
give me that, or you're like, nah, that's you, my
That's his
nigga.
favorite toy.
He did. He blew the dust off of it, and now it's his. So what would you do
Yo,
in that
what if
particular...
she? No, I'm gonna play devil's advocate. What if she was? What if she really is like a decent chick? She just was your hoe because that was where you was at in your life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel like I wouldn't probably say something directly there. I'd probably let the night play itself out, and then.
I mean, she's gonna know when she sees you. She's gonna.
She obviously she's gonna know.
She's gonna be nervous,
and that's
right
why I'd probably you know what? I should probably at least say yo, I might not go into. If he wants to know the details, that's different. But I believe say, yo, I used to have some dealings with so and so back in the day. I just want to let you know before like it gets awkward or she says something. And
I would say something crazy.
It wasn't nothing serious. You know what I'm saying? But,
I would say something wild.
I know you'll probably say something
Like,
foolish.
raise your hand if you've touched 2 dicks at this table. Show you would fucking.
This kid would play a game of truth.
Never have I ever.
Fuck 2 cousins. Never have I ever fucked that Ryan Radio.
This nigga. Son, what?
Hey, I'm gonna just leave it there.
Well,
So, Heavy, what would you do?
I told you all that outlandish shit. Nah, it depends.
No, really, what would you
It
do?
depends how me and my cousin's relationship is. Cause niggas be on some sucker shit. Like you try to look out for a nigga and be like, bro, your chick's a whore, and then they want to kill you. And you're like, damn, I was just trying to look out. Mm-hmm. And then they 9 out of 10 times they figure out she's a whore too.
Yeah.
And then they want to double back and be like, yo, my nigga, blah, 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 blah. So I told you, you wanted to fight me. Look at you now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Well,
I've been
they
in
take
all
the
situations.
position as if you're hating.
Yeah, it's like, bro, like, I'll give you tips and tell you how she likes it, bro. Like pull her hair, choke her, she likes it.
I don't like if Jess would say like she said, as long as she knows, make her look stupid. That's what matters at the end of the day. So you know
as
what I'm
long
saying.
as
So
it's not in the same.
she
guy.
probably the type to be like, yeah, I'm gonna let you know right now, my nigga. So old guy over there, you know what I'm saying? He used to arch that back for me real quick, give me that chiropractic treatment. Jess, I mean, all the shit Jess is talking, you know what I'm saying? She just be real blunt on the
I mean,
show.
yeah,
so
Jess,
she
that's
probably
that's
like
my
that.
homie.
She'll probably say some shit like, yeah, he used to ride my face, bitch.
Yeah, like, I used to ride that nigga's face real quick, so, you
Got
know.
no tokens.
But I'm with you tonight, boo.
I don't
so it's
know,
okay.
Jess. I
But
had
I'm
no
here-
part in this.
Jess would be like, but I'm here with you, boo. That's all that
Yeah,
matters.
if you're happy, it's
She'd
whatever.
be like, look at that nigga. That nigga over there. Oh, he wants to be you, boo. He wants to be you. He mad. He not you.
So, Jay, what would you do? What would you do in that situation?
What would I do?
You're a nice guy.
Josh.
Probably be
He's a
like,
nice guy.
He's a nice
I'm a
guy.
nice dude.
Yeah,
but
that's why I want to hear what you would do.
That's what I want to hear.
But in the name of hot damn I rock, he said
Hot dive, I rock.
He said clearly, you have to be upfront with your niggas. You can't be letting him be foolish around the crowd knowing there's a dark truth. And if you don't bring it to the light as soon as possible, chaos will come upon not only you and her, but with everybody within the group.
Damn.
Did this nigga just recite a Bible scripture?
Hallelujah.
Oh
Yo,
my God.
My point is,
From the school of the hard knocks.
my nigga passed the weed.
Right, man.
Oh, Jay, my bad. Where's your talents?
Casablanca.
I just tell him to pass around the offering basket.
No, for real. Did I just get baptized? Am I saved now?
Spitting.
Am I saved? Jesus was looking down you like this.
I rebuke you.
No, Jesus was looking down like this nigga spitting.
Jesus upstairs like bars.
Don DeMarco. Oh shit.
Jeremiah, what would you do?
Yeah, you gotta say, yeah, what would you
Yeah.
do? Before we go to the next topic, what would
All right, that's my cousin, number one.
Yep.
Number one. Whether he hates me or not, I'm going to have to tell him. Regardless. Because that's where my loyalty lies. Even in the end, he says, you a hating ass nigga, you trying to fuck up what I got. I got to keep it real.
But my thing is, why would he be negative towards
Because niggas are
Niggas be suckers. Niggas be suckers.
But the thing is, like, we should be able to have.
You would
First
think.
of all, it takes courage. It takes courage to
They don't
encounter with
care.
someone, telling them, "Hey, I used to be with this person."
They don't care.
Because, like, for me to approach you about something, it takes cojones.
They
You know what
don't
I'm
care.
Cojones.
At that moment, they won't be thinking about that. Like, yo, he's trying to keep it, 100 with me. He's trying to really be my friend. Like, I gotta respect it. They're just gonna get their initial reactions. I can't say for everybody, but most people, the initial reaction is gonna be the emotion,
Yes.
and then
Right.
afterwards, they're probably gonna think about,
Especially
like,
if they really like that girl, yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. If they really like them, it might take them a second to really sit back and think, like, you know what? That's my boy. We've been friends forever. He's at least told me, like, yo, they had something in the past. It didn't amount to nothing. There's nothing that's still going on.
That's the way I would position it. I would just say, listen, I rocked with her back in the day. It was a long time ago. I mean, she's a new person. I'm a new person. We've moved on.
Yeah, we're both in
I'm
different.
hip,
But
yeah,
I want you
at the end of the
to
day,
be aware of that so it doesn't come out and then I don't look like an idiot or I look like I'm trying to do some snake shit.
God forbid she tells him first. And I was like, yo, my nigga, you didn't tell me.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you got niggas be hella insecure.
They do.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Niggas don't be they talk like they're insecure about how they, you know what I'm saying? They be talking that big pimpin' shit and then let you talk about, well, Bucko, that queen that you over there, you know, loving up on. I had that too.
Yeah, there's
and
that side.
niggas don't be,
There's that
you
side.
know, I've been in that situation too where niggas is like, yo, by the way, you know, that shorty you lusting on,
Definitely.
I had my 1-2 step with it too. And it's like at the end of the day, I gotta be like, damn, fuck, this bitch is a hoe. Or if the bond is strong enough, you're like, fuck, I don't give a fuck.
Or it could be the opposite. Like, oh, you know what? She already told me about you, my nigga.
Yeah, and she said it was little,
and that's even better.
That she don't count you. I've had that happen. I don't even count that nigga as a sex partner, honestly.
And at the same time, if you think about it, if she tells him first and you like give more of an affirmation, it makes the whole experience much easier for them than for you, because for you, you're gonna get a peace of mind. For them, they're gonna have more of an easy relationship because they have that honesty. And not a few episodes ago, we talked about that. Like loyalty and honesty are like the top things. But
that shit comes with contingencies, though.
True.
That especially honesty. That shit. If we keep it in 100, honesty comes with contingencies. You know, people love the honesty until it makes you so your flaws show.
Right.
People love honesty until. You know, the truth is, maybe you're not that fucking
they may have to admit, or they gotta admit fault.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Or you're wrong, or things ain't what you thought it was.
Right.
And, you know, people just don't be humble.
That's real as fuck, and I agree with that 100%.
And we obviously would like to know what y'all think. So drop your comments. Drop the comments. You know, talk amongst yourselves. Let us
And
know
if you
what
got a
you're thinking.
story too, man, if you got a story, share it below. I mean, I want to hear it.
I'll tell you a story with mad energy.
Yeah,
share it. Hit us up on the inbox. We do got the email address and the YouTube information and all that on the Facebook info too. So if it's something you want us to talk about, if it's something you want some, advice on, feel free to hit us up.
You can be anonymous. We won't even say your name.
No, it'd be anonymous. Anonymous.
What's next, fellas?
Well, we talked about the scenario, so we're going to get into something a little more serious. We're going to talk some music, celebrity stuff.
Music.
So we're going to start off by saying rest in peace, King Von.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, man.
Rest in peace, MO3.
Yeah, him too. But yeah, obviously, if you've seen in the news recently, in a lounge in Atlanta, King Von was out there. As he was leaving the club, he was approached by a member from an opposing gang from back in Chicago, who was an affiliate, apparently, and King Von was unarmed. They ran up on him. Shots were fired. I think they said like 2 or 3 members from his party were shooting back. It was pretty much a shootout between 2 members from both sides. King Von had already been shot in the middle of the street. By the time police had showed up, King Von had already been shot. An officer showed up that was off duty, and one that was on duty showed up to the scene, and they tried obviously defuse the situation, but obviously there was already gunfire going off between both crews. And it led to King Von's manager being shot and Von being shot.
Yeah, don't forget that fucking King Von was whooping Rondo's ass before the shots were fired.
Yeah, they were saying
he was putting the pause on that boy.
Yeah.
Before the shots were fired. Matter of fact, if we're keeping it 100, the shots were fired because of the physical violence. It was looking ugly. That man was getting his head beat in.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even see that. So Von was giving him.
Yes, I seen the actual footage.
I only saw the shit where they ran up on Von and then he was already on the ground.
I didn't see the shooting part. All I saw was the scuffle. Like I said, King Von falling up on him, hitting him with the ha, and he was whipping his ass, and then you see the aftermath of shots being fired, people just running, and the chaos that ensued after that.
You know what's crazy? The initial report was it was police that shot him.
Well, that's the media for you.
Yeah, that was the initial.
And that's why when they first said it's like, oh, police showed up. And I thought what happened was like they got into a fight and police showed up, and that's the shooting. But no, he had already been shot before the police showed up, and then they had to come and they tried to. They were already trying.
But even on the police scanners, right, they released a clip from the police department that said be aware if you're gonna respond to a call, make sure you come out with 2 cars because. There's going to be an uproar today. And I thought originally, I was like, there's going to be a fucking protest. There's going to be some riots, and then the facts came out, and then it was a little bit different than what was previously disclosed. So,
which honestly, as much as I'm sad to say this, even though it still led to a tragedy, and I was glad to hear that police were not involved.
Yeah, me too.
For once. It's like kind of sad to say again, refreshing for 2020.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, out of all of this, the things that I do not like, the people who have nothing to do with either side, meaning they're not just the regular person on stage online taking these wild ass stances for a situation they're not involved in or would never be involved in.
Yeah.
Niggas are like, if I was there, I would have shot like 10 niggas in.
Right, nigga, shut up.
You didn't even smack the nigga that smacked you, but you're gonna shoot 10 niggas. Oh, I bet.
He said he even smacked the nigga that smacked you.
Nah, but people just talking outlandish like, yeah, I would have killed everything moving if I was there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that's normal.
Yeah,
that's actually it's sad to say, but now it's become normal.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so I see here that but as of now they do have somebody in custody or no, I don't think they have him in custody.
He's charged.
No, he's charged. 22-year-old Timothy Leak was charged with murder. 22 years old.
He's just getting younger and younger too. It's just crazy.
Goodbye.
Dude, and he's right over that cusp, so he's definitely getting like. If he gets convicted of this shit, whoo, they're gonna.
So let me ask you this. I gotta ask you guys this. You remember back in the day? I mean, you really didn't see too many rappers getting killed like that. I mean, the biggest rappers that we seen killed in our era, I guess, would be Tupac and Biggie, right?
Big L was killed.
Yeah, but we didn't see it as often as we're seeing it now.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think that is?
Well, violence is just at an all-time high in general now. Like, back in those times, you could still shoot a fair one, and it was cool.
Right. Yeah. Niggas would fight.
Yeah.
Back then, it was more cool to actually go head up. Now it's more cool, like, yo, you got a banger? Yo, that's a nigga.
I don't get the generation, bro. Niggas are so scared to lose a fight. Like,
I'd rather get my ass whooped knowing, like, I can walk away and be like,
you could fight back in the day because there wasn't people that was going to record it on their cell phone and make a TikTok out of it.
That's what it is.
You know what I'm saying?
I honestly, funny shit, as sad as that is to say, that's what a lot of people are scared of, is having that embarrassment locked in for like a period. And the thing is, even though it's recorded, a lot of people fail to realize, like, yeah, it's recorded, but that shit goes, like, within a week or two, like, people forget about that shit.
Yeah,
like, there's so much other shit going on nowadays. It's like...
Yo, people are just petrified of going viral in a negative way, whether it's, they fall or, they get a prank done on them. People really, that's a thing. I bet you give it 5 years, there will be a medical terminology for having anxiety, if it doesn't already exist, for getting like embarrassed, put on camera. There got to be a thing.
Oh yeah, it definitely has to.
Like
it probably falls under some type of narcissism.
A fear of getting put on the internet and being embarrassed. There got to be a thing. Yeah, my nigga almost cookie monster the mic.
Let's make it up right now.
I'm sure it's probably some type of narcissism.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's definitely some type of...
Probably narcissistic traits.
It's definitely a personality disorder for people who don't want to... Why you think motherfuckers... Yeah, mental health is so, like, in our faces every day that we're just, like, we're numb to it. Like, we're used to seeing a dumb motherfucker acting dumb, but he really has, like, issues, and we're just numb to it now. Because it's just so normal. And we're so used to people being like, woe is me, I'm sad. I don't like this, I hate it, or just being negative that we're numb to it. But it's like a real thing out there. Like it's in all of our faces. Our president has mental health issues. Our ex-president now. It's a thing, man.
No, this is a lot of people with their own type of issues. But with this whole King Von shit, there was obviously a lot of celebrities, rappers that spoke up, like we just said. Rest in peace, King Von. Rest in peace, MOE or MO3.
He got shot in Dallas on the fucking highway.
Crazy shit. There's so honestly, and there was another thing that happened that wasn't even a celebrity that I feel like should be getting more news coverage, but I feel like I'll bring that up on the next episode because it didn't get enough news coverage as it is, and I don't have all the facts straight because of what I read on it and how gruesome they detailed it before they even said you click on the video. I didn't want to watch the video. Right. That's how bad it was. Right. They said they referred to it almost as like more gruesome and worse than the Emmett Till type of shit. So I just like, I was like, that's why I said I didn't know if I want to watch this, but I feel like we should check it out and definitely let people know about it if you're not hip. So next week I'll make it my duty to bring that to y'all with the full story. I just don't want to go into it because I don't know.
But before we move on from this King Von thing, right, real quick.
Oh, wait. That's what I was getting into. Yeah. I had something real quick.
Go on.
So with the whole King Von shit, celebrities who spoke out. I just want to get y'all opinion on this because T.I., who's been very vocal on everything. Just before we get to this other stuff. He tweeted, and a lot of people thought that his tweet was directed towards this beef because it was in his hometown, coincidentally. And he tweeted, "Handle your beefs in your city. Thanks in advance, the King." So a lot of people thought like he was kind of like saying like, yo, like, don't do that shit in our city. If you're gonna do it in your city.
Yeah, so like, what? Even if he did say that, so
but
what?
But I took it from both sides. So a lot of people like, yo, you who was that young nigga running around with guns in the fucking burbs at a young age looking for fucking little flip and all this crazy shit. You're the one talking about handle that beef in your own city. And you were in Texas looking for this nigga.
Yeah, and there was an older nigga that was standing in his position. I mean, it goes round and round and round.
And I feel that's what it was. It was like from exactly. From someone who's been there, done that. And fucked up to the point where, like, if he gets arrested again, it's bye-bye for T.I. for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? T.I.'s a rap.
Honestly, that's my problem with society. Yo, just because you, like, take a stance one day, like, they like, the world doesn't give you no room to change your mind.
Yeah, the backpedal or nothing,
like,
bro.
What if he wasn't educated then? What if he was ignorant then? Like, shit happens. Like, what if he was having a fucking bad day that day? Right. Like, that just was your stance.
Yeah, people change.
It's okay to change your mind.
Absolutely.
Just don't be a fucking hypocrite. That's, and I don't think he's being a hypocrite.
Not at all.
I think the place where he's at in society, I mean, in his career, and just him as a father, he has a bunch of little, like, kids. He can say things like that, and this is his fucking community.
Yeah,
he can say things like that.
Yeah, he has the right to feel that way
because he wants to do better now.
And like he said,
a hypocrite if he fucking said what he just said, and then went to LA and shot 10 niggas. Then he'd be like, T.I., fuck what you talk about?
But I feel like what he's trying to do is take like that stance,
the big brother stance,
exactly that OG stance that a lot of people need to take in that,
and we need that. We need mentors.
People need to take in that because that's what the thing. As much as like some of these younger cats don't want to listen, a lot of the OGs still need to step up and try to at least reach.
There's some niggas, and these people are crazy influential, man. And they can say something, and they can change the whole direction in which these young niggas are going in. So I think that more people of older and of that stature should speak out on topics and not be so negative. I mean,
on the flip side, yo, look how much attention this negativity is getting. What if King Von and Quando Rondo, who were previously cool, they were videos together when they were cool, you know what I'm saying? What if they dropped a fucking double mixtape and went on tour together? Or what if the Chicago guys all linked up like they tried in Atlanta and New York and went and did something, did a collaborative effort and then did a project where the whole Chicago got on a record together? Yeah. Imagine what the records would even sound like. Yeah. Where fucking, you know, life imitates art, right? And what some of these people are talking about, they're talking about real shit. Like, these are real deaths, real shootings, real war that they're going through.
And this is going to create a domino effect, too.
Yeah. So, you know, what they're talking about, what if the reality of their life was that these guys got a war at war, that turned it around and did something positive? I mean, they're never going to get that chance now because they're dead, but on the flip side, like, imagine if unity came from all of this warring. You know what I'm saying?
Well, ain't that a damn shame? All that money and they still can't find happiness.
Yeah, these are rich young people who could have had a financial impact on their communities. They could have employed people. They could have, started businesses.
But that's exactly what they were trying to do. There was like, they were in, obviously there was these guys who were real, hood niggas, as they would say, you know what I'm saying? And they were doing the thing, but they just happened to be talented. Mm-hmm. So, but as they work and get to a certain level of success, they suddenly, I can't move the same way I want to move if I'm trying to get to this level and have this type of success. And so they try to, slowly break away from that. But there are dudes who are back home in the hood where they still because, they like to still be home. They like to still show love to where they grew up at. And I totally get that. But
look at a guy like Dirk.
You go back and it's just that wrong situation.
Look at a guy like Dirk. He's probably arguably one of the hottest guys in the game right now.
Well, the young
has
boys
been consistently for a few years now.
Consistent.
His artist, his best friend just died, and he's a street nigga. By law, he got to go out and ride and do something according to the laws that he lives by.
And according by the law that he's fucking being charged, he can't. So I know, regardless.
Do you think he cares?
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure. I'm not gonna instigate nothing on here, but
did
I'm
you hear
sure.
What he said? Kid, he went on a song right with motherfucking Drake. The song's on the radio.
Yeah.
This nigga says, "I got Drakes round Drakes." Yeah. Even though I'm fighting the case, but I'm still doing what it takes. Yeah. This is on the radio, and this is people.
And they really about that action.
People, I think, take for granted the authenticity of what that man was really just saying.
And let me tell you, from somebody who's been on shows in Providence and on the road with these niggas, all that shit they talk about, they really about that
really
action. Yeah, they really about that action, bro. So, but let's get into the chopper. Oh shit, I'm clanking shit over here today. Everything's too close to me, man.
Not a concept about him.
Man, shit's too close to, too close over here.
He hit the bottom without the ghetto.
Ding. I was like, what the fuck? But yeah, we're gonna take it to the chop up. I got one topic we're gonna bring up in the chop up, talk up, see what happens.
Ooh, can I bring it up?
Go ahead, you bring it up. Go ahead.
The one we talked about?
What, the moolah?
Whoa, the moolah.
Money.
Oh, is money everything? Yeah, guys.
Money buy happiness.
Can money buy happiness? Can money... I don't know, man. I done seen niggas have designer to the tooth and their life sucks because they're scumbags. I'm just saying,
I guess it depends on where your values are.
You can rent it.
Or I know a personal friend that... we're not gonna see him for a while, but he lost somebody very close to him, and we know he gets money, but he lost somebody that's dear to his heart, and my man's didn't smile for a whole year, but his bank account looked good. Can money really buy happiness?
So what you think? You
It depends on your mind state, because some people don't even need money. They could be very happy with little. Right. Some people live in islands with no electricity.
Facts.
And they're cool with that.
They don't even know what 4K is.
Huts and shit, picking their own fruits and berries and.
Yeah. And they're as happy as they can fucking be. That's what it's a mindset. It's a mindset. Now, if it's your goal to be rich, then money can. I guess it's just weird. The depth of your soul. Right. If money could make you happy or not, honestly, that's my opinion.
What you think, D1?
Can money buy happiness? I feel like money can buy temporary happiness or temporary moments that make you feel good, but can it actually bring you inner happiness? Nah, I don't think so.
It could buy you temporary happiness, but it can't bring you peace to your life.
Right. It'll bring you great moments that you can go back and reflect on, but at the end of the day, I've had incredible moments that I can think of on my brokest days with some of my boys.
Right, I was gonna say that.
Without a dollar to literally maybe having $5 in my pocket, on some damn, I'm struggling shit right now, but had amazing nights.
We'd have had more fun at Stadium Lounge than in a VIP at a club.
Facts.
That was sold out.
Bro, you're not even lying. I've had some nights like I even like hole in the wall, like you were saying, like just like low key hole in the wall bars, dive bars, like spent maybe if $10 the whole night, but have a fucking great
Remember
time.
Tuesdays? What was it called? What was the Tuesday night at Vote?
Truth Tuesday?
Truth Tuesday.
Oh, the $5 shots, it was like $2. It was something stupid.
No, it's not because of the pricing of everything, but there'd be like a good 20 people and we'd be in there rocking.
Oh yeah, it wouldn't even be packed in there. It was just the vibe. Like, yeah, I know what you're saying. Like,
That's important. What about you, Jay?
Well, as the good book says, money is the root of all evil. However, the rich mind states that money is a tool that we use to influence or help those who are in need. So if your mindset is to help others, then money can help bring happiness in a sense, but it doesn't bring that inner happiness that's within us.
Bars. Hey.
Cassius.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you, my brother. Thank
this
you.
was on like another lane.
I know. Oh my God.
All right, Gandhi.
Shout out to you, man. That's
More
good.
of that shit, though.
Is it more of that shit? Yeah, go ahead. You good? You go, bro? Nah, you good? Nah.
You see, this is what I think, right? My standpoint. I don't think money can buy happiness, but I think it's a damn good down payment.
Yes.
And I think that it's more serves as a distraction. So it distracts you from whatever your issues are. It may even help you in certain parts. But I think it depends on where your morals are, where your values lie. If your values lie in family a little bit more and creating memories and stuff like that, then that's where the value is held, I guess, right? But then again, you need money to go on vacation and things like that. So like you said, it's like a tool. But I know some people that don't give a fuck about money. That really don't. As long as their little bit of bills are paid and they can go and do whatever they gotta do and they can live their life in the fucking wilderness. Like I know there's people out there that live their lives like that. They need the bare minimum to survive.
Well, the thing with that, right, what you said right there, they
have
have that
fuck about
financial
money.
security. You know what I'm saying? That cover those type of payment. If your payment is just rent, light, and utility, and as long as that's covered and the rest you can blow it up, that's cool.
So I guess we're talking about how much money.
Not much, how much. It's like, what is enough for you?
For you, right.
Because if it's for you, it's what you just said. As long as the utility ran and the car is paid off, and I have extra, and I can live in the forest and do what I want, that's great.
I want to be filthy rich, but nobody know it.
I want to be that type of rich where I could pay $55,000 for this Travis Scott McDonald's toy. That came. They only made like 5. Yeah.
What the fuck do I?
Wait,
What am I gonna do with
Switching
that?
gears like that.
Why would I want that?
See, it's just bobbing and weaving.
I don't give a fuck about Travis Scott like that.
Oh my God.
We talked about the meal earlier on the show,
we
so we
did.
gotta bring you up to
We
date.
did.
So apparently they had a limited edition action figure of Travis Scott.
Yeah,
I think there's only like
crazy.
less than, I don't remember, but I feel like it's like less than 10 of them made. And I will show the picture to y'all right there. It's literally him holding a tray of McDonald's food, and this shit is reselling on StockX for $55,000.
It's detailed too.
That could be
Does it look better than him in the Batman costume?
Yes. Yes.
I don't think that was a bad costume.
That was doo-doo.
I don't think it was a bad costume.
He wanted to be a Tootsie Roll so bad.
I mean, I don't know why he chose brown, but whatever.
Straight up.
But what he also did was he gifted a fan who beat cancer with this McDonald's collab action figure. And his name was Jonah De Toro, a young LaFlame fan who recently beat cancer for the second time, received a special gift from the rapper. And in a post on Twitter, De Toro posed with the exclusive Travis Scott McDonald's collaborative action figure saying, "Thanks for the victory trophies, Travis Scott and McDonald's. I love it." And then that shit is...
That's what's up. That's what's
and
up.
if he really recovers, he can sell that shit for $55,000.
That made his day. Yeah, he'll never
Wow,
forget that.
damn, Jeremiah, did you just say that? Did you say that nigga's dead?
That's not what I said.
Oh, I was gonna say, damn.
I
I thought we had the jokes. You terrible.
You're the one who said. I said,
like, damn.
Yo, that was so bad. I drank my double shot in one shot.
that's not what I said. Let me clear it up. That's not what I said. He said that made his day.
Nah, definitely.
Jeremiah, I'm just gonna announce this on air. I think the One Heavy podcast might have to distance itself socially.
We're going in a different direction.
We at the One Heavy podcast do not share the same views as some of our co-hosts.
Stop saying that.
I mean,
Don't do that.
I respect with Joe. I just set that up.
I can't believe you even said that.
I really thought that's what you said for a second, though. I was like, damn, Jeremiah, you
Listen, I'm an asshole, but
He's like, I'm not that much.
I'm not. That's
that's why they
crazy.
put me on the show so they can hear my wild shit and then they can just squeeze their little asshole shit in between it.
Wow.
Yeah, but there's a difference between me and you.
That
You're a very blatant asshole. I'm more of a sarcastic asshole.
Ooh. Are we talking about level of
So
There's a level of assholeness.
I feel you. I'm an asshole. I'm like, Ian, what? Fight me. He's like, I'm an asshole. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
I feel you, bro.
I think we're both assholes. We're just two very different assholes.
Yeah, nah, you're an asshole. Cause like, this nigga will look at his phone while you're calling it, and then watch you while he'll look at you calling him, look at his phone while you're calling him, and look at you like,
oh shit.
That's a lie.
I know you.
Heavy don't even call me. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yo, but that's the thing. The times I have, it was like an SOS.
Yo, he's never gonna get over this. I know what he's talking about.
Because I'm special. Treat me special.
never gonna get over this.
I'm not a regular person when it comes to the club, motherfucker.
He said
I
treat
can
me
walk into
special.
the back. This nigga.
Let me tell you something. Heavy don't need me to get into no club. Heavy don't need me.
No, there's been
You don't
times.
need me to get in the club.
There's been times where I'll like be hitting him up and then Frank will be like, "Yeah, let the nigga in." Like, just
Yeah, but what? You don't need me.
that's not the point. I hit you.
You
up.
don't need. I know
hit
that.
up.
You know that. Everyone at the door knows that. My staff knows that.
It's not that. It's like
Maybe he wants you to come to the door
I
so
know,
you can
what if I
still
wanna
flex
say
that
this
muscle.
nigga,
Like, yo,
for
I
my
don't
audience.
advantage out
What
here.
if I want to say, look, yo, one time though, he got me heated. I was like trying to like fix myself in like the little room. He's like, people are working over here. I'm like, looking at this, like, man. Niggas supposed to be selling their bottles out there. Fuck out of here, nigga.
Hold on. What did I say? I said people were
He's
working.
like, people are working. I was like, there wasn't even selling bottles. Fuck out of here, nigga. Ain't no sparklers going on. That's what it was like.
Nigga, you big body. You blocking away.
There was nobody coming out with bottles. Just your ass.
And I'm big body. So.
Nah, the club's too funny. He knows what I'm talking about. Because honestly, we have no business being in that back corner. Because we just.
Final thoughts?
It's a fucking fire hazard.
It is. I was doing my job.
No, I wasn't mad at you. I was.
I can't
like,
get mad at Heavy.
No. I was like, this motherfucker.
D1 got mad at me before.
Oh my god.
By association.
I feel like we
though.
told this story already.
No, I don't give a shit. I'm telling it again. I don't care. Every time, every opportunity.
Honestly, yo, I was over there. I'm 5'11", close to 300 pounds. And I never was trying to look smaller a day in my life. This nigga's over there spaz, and I'm like,
Yo, all right, for the record.
I was like, all right, as long as somebody tries to jump this nigga, he's good.
Listen, D1 came at me for a situation that had nothing to do with me.
He just wanted you to manage the situation.
And he wanted me
I wanted you to manage your artist. That's
He
all.
wanted me to mediate a situation that had nothing to pertain to me. You guys made a deal. You guys worked that deal out. That was between you two. I had nothing to do with that. Yo, D1 came. D1 came
ducking
in.
and dodging. He's still ducking and dodging.
Yo, D1 came in. He got the clapping. Yo, he said, "I don't give a fuck. I want my motherfucking money."
Yeah,
I was
clapping.
mind you, I never seen D1 upset ever.
Yeah, I thought they was gonna break out into a crumping battle.
The funniest part though, yo, Jay, the funniest part was I looked at him and I said, D1, you're causing a scene. It was like almost the light turned on.
Oh.
And he looked around He was like, yo, I am causing the scene. And he went out the side door.
Yo, niggas stop hollering at their bitches and everything just to watch this nigga. Like,
I just walked right out to the light skirt.
It was funny. Security started closing in.
yeah, he lit his clothes. He kept lighting it, but he wasn't hitting it. He lit the whole clothes to the end, but he didn't take one drag that day. It was a smoothie that day. I was just like, damn. Yo, you guys just see, people don't really know D1. D1 is a great guy. Very good.
Barry is a great guy.
Very great guy. But boy, when he gets drunk sometimes, woo.
I never seen D1 like that, though.
Oh, I have.
Never. That was my first experience.
Sometimes he puts the oxic in toxic when he's drunk.
Yo, I don't know if you remember. I look at D1, I'm like, yo, this nigga is really serious right now?
Yeah.
I couldn't figure it out. Like, I was like, is he serious?
You'd be like, damn, D1's trying to beat me up right now. Fuck.
Like, no, is this serious?
They're not going to take it serious because he never gets mad. So that means he must have a real reason.
D1 don't get mad. This ain't D1.
Yeah.
Nah, D1 gets mad.
You get that, man. I remember this one time we used to work at.
Damn, you got a story too, Josh? What the fuck?
Apparently, you get a little more madder than I thought you did.
We used to work at a call center together, and I remember I always pick on him because of his age, because he was like,
Oh yeah, I roasted you that day.
yeah.
I give it to Josh.
Yo,
Like,
he had a bad customer, a bad call, and then I was like pushing.
yeah, he was like the next thing after that. I was like, nah, fuck that.
He just roasted me right on the spot. I was like, all right, cool.
He roasted you?
He roasted me in front of everybody. I was like, all right.
You let D1 bully you at work? Damn.
Dude,
He was
Jay was like, touche, my nigga, touche.
Yeah, he was like, it was just like, yo, like he said, it was like one bad thing. Then he tried to make a joke, and I just was not
about
in
his
the
age.
mood.
I only said something about his age.
Yeah,
like, him being, like,
that's all it
older,
took.
And then he just be look at me, he just roast me. I was like,
He's like, you got that? You got that?
If Heavy was there, he would have been like this.
because like, but I only say like my dude because I never seen him like express himself that way. I was shocking.
I felt like an entitled white woman. I was like, oh,
No, he'll get drunk and get heated about some shit.
What did I do?
He'll get heated about some shit that normally you would have just been like, man, yeah.
So the mood swings of D1.
I've seen him at concerts and shows and club nights.
I don't like how this show's going right
But I
now.
can tell you this.
Yo, power liquor.
I'm not feeling this vibe, Ray.
I'll switch up. But I promise you, you guys never seen me pissed off ever.
I fuck with you.
Never. I've always keep my cool.
No, I don't think. I can't say I've seen you pissed off. I've
Never.
seen you like, but I never seen you like, yo, mother.
Never. You never see me that.
But D1, we're letting the people know is like you are an amazing human being with a great heart and all.
He's just integrity.
Lord,
Yeah.
bless those who piss you off.
I have an inner
or
Donkey
catch you in a
Kong.
bad mood. They're dumb.
I have one of those.
And it wasn't. I'm gonna tell
The
you.
African warlord comes out in him.
Yeah. The motherfucker started putting paint on his eyes. Like I said, nigga said,
Be like, D1.
I'm like, nigga, where is these drums coming from?
Where'd you get this 10-year-olds with AK-47s? Where did these AK-47s come from, guy? What the fuck?
I'm
He
the
be like,
captain
I'm the
now.
captain.
Yeah, real blood driving those niggas. Where is the diamond?
I really got this vibe. I swear to God.
Where the fuck is the diamond? I was like, all right, bet. Look at the diamond.
This is why I got a smile all the time, yo.
I get it, damn.
Like in a bad mood, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody got to have a bad mood.
Everybody got to get it.
Oh, man.
I digress.
Facts. But we get to the end of the episode.
D1 is still a great human being.
I am.
Highly recommend it.
Except if you
And I'm voting him for president in
2024.
2024.
Fuck it, if we're going to vote for the Yeezy, nigga, damn.
Right?
I can't believe you guys voted for Kim Kardashian's husband.
60,000 votes.
Shame on you.
They don't lie.
There's a post saying that Joe Rogan could win 2028. Imagine him being.
I believe it.
I believe Joe Rogan probably could.
I believe Rogan.
Honestly,
more
I
than
feel like
Kanye.
there's a few. Like, what did we say? The last episode when JC was here, if The Rock ran for president,
Yes.
The Rock would win.
Against Joe Rogan?
No, if The Rock ran, period.
Period.
It didn't even have to be against Joe Rogan. If The Rock ran against another famous celebrity, he would be.
Yo, all you gotta do is sound semi-professional, and I'd vote for
But
him.
if you had to vote between Joe Rogan and Dwayne The Rock,
The Rock's winning.
The Rock is winning automatically?
Check the Twitter. Check the Instagram followers. That's all I gotta say.
That's a damn shame. This is what it's all come down to.
It is.
But Joe Rogan is the voice of the people as well.
And do you smell what The Rock is cooking, bro?
What is he cooking
A
though?
lot of shit.
A lot
bro.
of shit.
A lot of shit.
lot
Look, The Rock
Yeah.
announced that he's not going to do movies. He's going to focus on the XFL. He's going to just be working on.
I guarantee you
marketing.
like this, if we were going to the streets right now and I was about to ask any random person walking by, have you heard of Joe Rogan or have you heard of The
That's
Rock?
true.
They're gonna say I've heard of The Rock. A lot of people are
Yeah,
like,
I'm gonna tell you
Joe
why.
Rogan.
You're saying that because you're in the podcast business. We're in the podcast business, but in reality,
And you watch,
there's
like,
not,
Fear Factor and
everyone
shit.
does not know who Joe Rogan is.
I mean, okay, so if we're talking about like our targets, are we looking at the age of like 25 to 30 or we're looking at 30 to 48? Because if we're talking about between 30 to 48,
Here we go with that old head talk.
I was gonna say, nigga, I'm just talking about.
that group knows both. Because Joe Rogan been in the game. Yo, who do not know UFC, first of all? If you don't know UFC,
Okay, we
he is
got
the
that.
voice of UFC. So first of all, we cannot put that aside. And also with his podcast, by doing it for nearly 10 decades, I mean everybody rocks with him. Are you making a call right now, my guy?
We're gonna dead this shit.
Oh,
He
shit.
said we about to dead this shit. I don't know who he's calling.
I don't
Who the fuck are you calling, nigga?
He's
You
calling a
know Rock.
lifeline right now.
Fuck. They're not gonna answer.
Hello?
Oh,
Yolanda,
Yolanda.
What up, Miss
do you know
Anderson?
who Joe Rogan is?
No.
Do you know who The Rock is?
Yes.
Okay. Have a good night. I'm sorry to wake you.
End of
I'll talk to you
discussion.
later. Do we make another call? I mean, we can make a call.
You gonna do one more? You gonna do another one?
You can make another call if you want.
Let's try a male between the age of 26 to 40.
All right, let's call.
I was gonna call somebody, but it doesn't even count because they know both. Okay, Abilene sounds good.
Let's call Adelina.
He's gonna answer on the second ring because he's a thought.
Yo, you okay?
Yo,
2 rings.
do you know who Joe Rogan is?
Yes, I know who Joe Rogan is.
Yes.
But he also watches podcasts.
Do you know who The Rock is?
Obviously.
Yes.
Who would you vote for president?
Yo, my nigga, I have to get up at 5 a.m.
Nigga, we're taping this podcast. I just need you to answer this question, please.
the morning.
Are you kidding me?
Just answer the goddamn
We
question.
get the bottom.
Joe Rogan or The Rock?
The Rock. Now suck my dick from the back and good night. Thinking something happened to you and you want to ask me some shit that could have waited till the morning.
Sorry, buddy. I appreciate your insight. Bye.
So here what it is. The Rock, 2024.
I don't know.
We
But that kind of proves your point is that someone a little older may know who Joe Rogan is. But he does listen to podcasts.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, and anybody that watch UFC also knows Joe Rogan too. We got to have that element.
I mean, he's the legend, without a doubt.
You also gonna have someone to the call?
Nah. They're not gonna. They don't know.
They don't know.
All right, let's do final thoughts, guys.
All right, we're out.
I was like, yeah. They're like, who? Huh? Who? Nah. Just ended that discussion. So heavy. Any final words for the people before we get the fuck up out of here today?
Oh shit.
Stay true, be kind to your neighbors, be tolerant, be flexible, but still stand on your beliefs.
Okay. Jeremiah, what about you? What you want to
Say
say?
what I
before we
always
get
say,
up out?
man. Keep morals and integrity first, before anything. Money is the root of all evil. What the fuck is so funny? I'm trying to have a serious moment here.
Sorry, but he told you to suck his dick.
He told me I don't know shit. He's like, yo, he's like, The Rock, no, suck my dick from the back. Good night. He was heated.
He did say that. And he really does have to get up at 5 a.m. I don't give a fuck. That's my best friend. I call him anytime.
I'm sorry to sorry.
Yeah, but anyways, morals and integrity first. And that's what I got to say. And don't forget to like, subscribe. Yeah.
I have more of a conundrum or a question that I'd like to leave y'all with, if you will. Y'all ready?
What's up?
Why do hot dogs come in packages of 8, but hot dog buns in packages of 10?
Oh. So you have to buy more hot dogs. They own the company. The hot dog buns owns the hot dog company.
Why would you want
But I buy the generic store brand buns anywhere I go, and they're always in packages of 10.
Look,
but then the Oscar Mayer
the answer
joints.
is simple.
Oh, my fault. I gotta break it down for these fucking Gen X niggas or these new Gen niggas. Why do glizzies come in packages of 8?
The math problem is easy. You get 5 packets of hot dog buns, and you get 4 packets of hot dogs, and that makes 40 each.
I'm not buying 40 hot dogs, bro.
Who the fuck wants to eat that many hot dogs?
God damn, that's a lot of hot dogs. Glizzy Bandit.
In reality, do you really buy hot dogs on an everyday basis every time you go shopping?
It's an emergency type of supply.
Man, I'll buy me a package of Nathan's.
The only time you really get them is when you go to a cookout, right?
Sometimes.
When the fuck do you eat a hot dog? Like, do you really eat hot dogs?
On my struggle meal, when I'm like, yo, I need something quick, and I'm buying these package of Nathan's, because those are the only hot dogs I fuck with.
Yo, there's nothing wrong in putting making hot dog on the spot. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
That's my challenge.
Don't let these young niggas fool you with all
Since
that
we're on this
glizzy
topic,
talk.
because I think this is a dope topic.
Really?
The most ghettoest fucking recipe you could possibly think of, like when you were a
Fried
kid.
bologna sandwich.
Fried bologna sandwiches. I had that. What was your most?
I feel like the most ghetto thing I could think of as a kid was syrup sandwiches with bananas.
I still eat those, bro. They're fucking
syrup and
good.
bananas. Literally, it's like Aunt Jemima syrup on bread with some bananas or some shit.
And peanut butter.
Yeah, them shits used to smack.
Yeah. What about you, Heavy?
You ever eat Kellogg's cereal with just milk? I mean, not milk, but just water.
Yeah, of course.
That shit's gross.
It's a hood recipe.
Water.
Yeah, when you can't afford milk, just
Well,
water.
when you run short of milk too.
Yeah, you just dilute the milk with some water. Yeah.
I go for the OJ before the water, though.
I couldn't do the OJ.
You cannot say
I couldn't do the OJ. I couldn't do the OJ
You
thing.
cannot do the OJ.
Nah, I couldn't do it.
Oh, that's fucking gross.
What do you mean?
I've seen people do it. I couldn't do it. I had to die. I had to at least do the
It's all
water.
acidic and
water
shit.
or water and milk. Yeah, I can't put
Fucking OJ in your
in my
cereal.
Frosted
Water
Flakes.
with your cereal, though, guys.
You put
Water,
water.
it's
You
just
put
like having
OJ in your
1%
Frosted
milk.
Flakes.
Now I'm not gonna put them together, but I would.
No, I'm talking about there's people
In
I've
together.
seen who mix the two together.
I mean, it's been done before, but it's just not that great.
Nah, you're asking for the BGs.
Hell yeah.
Heavy.
But yeah, Heavy gave his happy thoughts. Jeremiah gave his
Mango.
thoughts. I left you with my question. Again, we want to say get well, Jessi.M.Gem. Better not have no COVID. Swear to God.
That's how you can end the show.
Yeah, because we did it with Heavy last time. Now it's her turn.
Yeah.
So, but I'm sure she's fine. She probably just got like a stupid cold or whatever.
And not for nothing, I don't give a fuck how rich I am. I always eat top ramen, and I'm out.
Oh,
I can fuck with that.
peace.
So, one Heavy podcast, we out. One
We
love.
out.
This guy's just in his phone in this area, so.
Yeah, he's lining up his booty calls.
Doses. Bye. Finger hearts and all that
In-house
shit. Bye.